Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush, because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a throw here, hauled in. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So possession goes over here on the punt. Houston's offense taking over again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. 2nd down and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. A 2nd down throw from Levis. Robinson hauling it in outright. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Levis. Pressure comes, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Levis from the gun. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And we got an injury here. And I believe, yes, that's the wideout, Adam Thielen. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw, it's Levis. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4. London about set to take over on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing, Bridgewater. That one into the hands of Flowers. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Bridgewater to throw it. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, And it's a loss of 6.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Houston set to take over. If you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Levis. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Levis out of the shotgun now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. Now the ball comes loose. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take possession of the football and have it at their 36-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2nd down, here's Levis. Batted by the safety, but caught anyway. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 85 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Levis in trouble. Down he goes. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Cook now off the read option. Oh, nice move. There he goes, left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Play action now. Levis. He's got this complete to Robinson. Touchdown! Wan'Dale Robinson, 29 yards. And the Oilers go up by 2 touchdowns.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, It's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Bridgewater. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. It's taken to the 26. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Off the play fake, Levis. That's to the sideline and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Levis back to throw. And his pass incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Yeah, it's still early in the football game, and you hate to give away possessions. But instead of forcing something downfield on 3rd down, that was a wise move to just get it to the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. 1st down, Bridgewater. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Open man is Myers, and they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense taking over again. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. They'll try the middle with Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the 1st half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Levis now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Levis looking to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Levis on 3rd down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So no touchdown that time, but they do get 3 more, and now they have even more of a cushion.
It's been a terrific 1st half offensively, so it's hard to blame them for not getting into the end zone there. But the way they've been moving the ball in this one, I don't think these will be their final points of the game.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. His throw incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So they bring out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
I don't know what the heck he was
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case,
it got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, it looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 38-yard line.
Bridgewater now. And his throw here's incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. He's got his target. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. A first down throw for Bridgewater. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Devin Witherspoon on the coverage.
To throw, Bridgewater. Oh, and that is incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
For the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coach is always talking about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. On first down, Levis.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Levis now on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
1st and 10, it's Levis. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Now again, it's Levis looking to throw it. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. Right back to Cook for another completion. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish. As it's time to...
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Levis, and the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
1st and 10. Here's Levis. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle, it's Cook. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Levis throwing again on 2nd down. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Levis sets up to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Cook. Touchdown, Houston. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that will bump the lead up to 26. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Barnett. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And they bring their punter out there now. He's been terrific so far. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out comes Houston. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Levis. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
And 8 yards pickup. 1st down, Houston.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook to about the 40-yard line.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
At the 40-yard line.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd.
Levis back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. That one goes for 8 yards.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the 1st down.
Now Levis. That's complete to Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to the ground, Cook. Busts through the tackle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Levis is thrown into the hands of Andrews. Touchdown! A great play there. 27 yards. And the Oilers are pouring it on.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, They count on him getting additional yardage almost every time, and that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. London about set to take over on offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Lambert. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now. Levis. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd down.
Working from the gun. Here's Levis. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Bridgewater. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Back to Walker on 1st down. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Bridgewater. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. Here's Walker. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. To throw is Bridgewater. Touchdown! A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Monarchs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 197 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Cook again. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Oilers.
Cook up the gut. Taken down at the 47-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Handoff comes to Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. There he goes, right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Now Levis. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Levis looking to throw. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. A give. This is Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. Levis to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
To throw, Bridgewater. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Bridgewater on 1st down. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. Throw out wide to Walker, and he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Throwing, Bridgewater. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Bridgewater's throw complete to Otten. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Bridgewater. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Bridgewater now. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jacoby Myers from 13 yards out. And the Monarchs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 49-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Levis on third down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. And the numbers for him, pretty solid, really. He's run it well. He's caught it pretty well, but they're still far behind the 8 ball on the scoreboard.
Not able to use his talents, as you noted, to narrow the gap in the scoreboard. Sometimes it's a bend but don't break, right? He gets his yardage, that's cool, but it's not paying off on the scoreboard. They're not getting the points necessary. And if you're a defensive team, you'll give up that yardage for the kind of lead they have.
That's what I was going to ask you. Sometimes you say, let this guy do his thing. Let's control what we can control elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Take away the rest of the guys. Don't let them hurt you as well. But the biggest one is they've contained him well enough that they've been able to increase their lead.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Houston set to take over. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. On the stop was Aaron Donald. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Cook now off the read option. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
17 yards. First down, Oilers.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Houston, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Londoners, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say cheerio from London.